And here we go. Here we are live once again. Game 3 of the 2021 World Series between the Braves and the Astros. It's currently 1-0 Atlanta. Top of the 6th, here's Jose Altuve leading off for the Astros here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-0 Atlanta. It was an RBI double by Austin Riley, which is the only score so far in the game. Jose Altuve leading off here at the top of the order for the Astros in the top of the 6th. Haven't gotten a hit in this entire game. AJ Minter is the pitcher for the Braves right now, 1-0 to Altuve, make it 2-0 to Jose. Top of the 6th, nobody out. Altuve leading off, had to walk his first time up, struck out his first time at the plate. Ian Anderson was taken out after 5 innings, pitched about 70 pitches, didn't give up a hit, but was taken out anyway by manager Brian Snitker because he's going to be facing Altuve for the 3rd time. Here's the 2-0 to Altuve, nice pitch there. Puts it in for a strike, 2-1. And here's the 2-1 to Jose Altuve. And it chops in for the bottom left corner, and it's 2-2 now on Jose Altuve. Getting those cutters in the strike zone there for 2 strikes. And the 2-2 now to Jose, crowd on their feet in Truist Park. Here's the 2-2 to Altuve. Fouls it off. Stays 2-2. Astros wearing the gray jerseys, and wearing red tonight, Friday night, in Game 3 of the World Series. It's been raining pretty much the entire game as this ball was lined straight into the Astros dugout. Good job by Breggy knocking that down. That was straight into the Astros dugout. And here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on that cutter. And it's the first strikeout for AJ Minter. Puts away Altuve. That's a 2nd strikeout. And here comes Michael Brantley, the professional hitter. That's not a strike. That was not a strike at all. And now it's 0-1 on Brantley. The umpire's strike zone has been really big, really generous down and away towards all hitters. Well off the plate there, and it's get called a strike by the home plate umpire. That down and away corner is really being called for strikes. Swing and a miss by Brantley there, and he's quickly down 0-2. And here's the 0-2 to Brantley. Minter has been lights out coming out of the bullpen for the Braves so far. Fires the 0-2 to lefty, way outside. Fastball misses 1-2. Brantley grounds one out to the first baseman, Freeman. Freeman jogs first base and puts it out down the right field line, and it's 2 away from Minter through 10 pitches. And here comes Alex Bregman, who steps into the plate. He's 0 for 1 today, had a walk in that first inning. Comes up with 2 on, nobody on base, 2 outs, bases empty for Bregman. And he takes a called strike there, 0-1. And here's the 0-1, and it hits Bregman, almost. And this is not what you want to see right now. Bregman is on the ground. Holy crap. Come on, Bregs, get up. Alex. Come on, Alex, you got it. What happened? Man, I don't know what happened to Bregman, but this is really bad right now. Oh, man, it hit him. Crap, that hit him on the foot. Holy shit. Gee. Oh my God, no. Lord. Dang, at least he had the shin pad. At least he had the pad there. Oh my God, Alex, he's jogging, thank goodness. Houston takes a breath of relief there. Lord Jesus, what could have possibly happened on that play? Freaked out. Thank goodness you're okay, Bregs. That's my guy right there. You good, man. Right? You good, Alex? Yeah, you good, Alex. Don't worry. You good, boy. You fine. Look at me smiling. It's all good news. Alex Bregman is okay, man. Bregman is okay even after taking that foul ball right to the leg, and he's all smiles and laughter at first base. How about that? Good job to see. Bye, Breggy. Breggy's fine, guys. Don't worry. Either way, 2 outs, 1 aboard for Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 1 with a walk in the 4th inning. Let's see what the LCS MVP can do here with 2 outs, 1 on, going against AJ Minter for the Braves in the top of the 6th inning. As they check on Bregman, who has that foot, right? Interesting check there. I know, come on, don't check him. Bro, you just hit him in the foot. How dare you check him? You shouldn't be checking him when he just hit you in the foot. Come on. You don't check Bregman again. Come on now. And here's Yordan, waits for the first pitch, takes what should have been a strike right down the middle, but it is called a ball for some weird reason. That's right down the middle, and it gets called a ball, surprisingly. Man, that was a really strange thing. That was 1-0. And that's a foul liner towards right field by Yordan, and it's 1-1. It's 1-1 to Minter. Let's see if Yordan can do something here. The Astros have yet to get a hit in tonight's game. Big swing and a miss there. Misses that pitch on the outside, and it's 1-2 now. That cutter is becoming really good for Minter right now. He's finding it, throwing really good pitches with that. As it's still 1-0 Atlanta. Top of the 6th, 2 outs. Bregman at third. Bregman at first after being hit on the leg, and he got pretty shaken up, but he's good. And 1-2 to Jordan here. Minter, 15 pitches through getting these 2 outs. Let's see if he can put Jordan away, or let's see if Jordan can keep this at bat alive. Here's the 1-2. Alvarez fouls that one off towards the left side, but Riley's there at third base, and Riley can't get it as it just goes into the crowd. Riley was right there, but goes into the crowd to save him from being out. Still raining in Atlanta. Bit of a misty rain there. There's a slight wind. Also 50 degrees right now at Truist Park. Pretty cold. Chilly evening for October baseball. But that's the time it is. Here's the 1-2. Jordan 2 out. Swing and a miss. Got him on that cutter. And that's the end of the top of the 6th for the Astros. Good inning by Minter there, as it's another strikeout for Minter, 2 in this inning, and it's 1-0 Atlanta, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for joining here on the stream. Appreciate that. It's been quite a birthday for you, huh? You just reached 200 subscribers. Congrats, man. Great to hear. Yeah, it's been pretty defensive. Still 1-0 Atlanta as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dansby Swanson and I guess the pitcher are going to be leading off here, and as the top of the order would be coming up with Rosario, but it's going to be Swanson and the pitcher or the pinch hitter, whoever comes. It's great to hear, my guy. It's great to hear. Glad you had a good one, man. It's been pretty low scoring, partly because of that rain. It's been a misty rain today. That there's been a bit of wind as well. Not that great of a day for baseball, but definitely feels like October World Series baseball right now. With it being 1-0 Braves, Dansby Swanson going to lead off. The bottom of the 6th for Atlanta, number 8 hitter. Astros have yet to get a hit in this ball game through 6 innings. I was a little bit surprised that Brian Snitker took out Ian Anderson just through 5 innings. And actually a pretty surprising call here by Dusty Baker. Looks to be Yimi Garcia is going to come up and pitch here. Now that I realize it, it's number 8 and 9. I bet he wants Yimi to finish off the number 8 and number 9 hitters, as Garcia misses on that pitch on the outside, and it's 1-0 to Dansby Swanson, who was intentionally walked in the 2nd inning to bring Ian Anderson to the plate, who grounded out. And on deck is pinch hitter Adrianza, who will be pinch hitting for AJ Minter. Yimi Garcia, 20 pitches, got through that last inning. Here's the 1-0. Swanson puts that in for a strike, 1-1. Good pitches by Garcia, 2 sliders. Second one hit the zone. Swanson, number 8 hitter, as Brooks Raley, the left-hander, is warming up in the Astros bullpen right now. I would think Yimi would do number 8, number 9, and then Brooks Raley would come out for Rosario. That's my thought. And that pitch is missed, that sinker, and it's 2-1 now. Adrianza's been a really good pinch hitter for the Braves so far this season. As you want to get Swanson out here. Misses on that pitch again, and it's 3-1 now to Swanson. Yimi Garcia's got to find his stuff right now. You absolutely cannot walk Swanson right now. That's not something you want to do here if you're the Astros. 3-1 to Swanson. Swanson sends one high into left, and Alvarez is there, and he comes up and puts it away for the first out of the inning. First out here. And Adrianza, the pinch hitter, is going to come up here, steps in. First pinch hitter here for the Braves tonight. Pinch hitting for AJ Minter. I would think Yimi Garcia would do Adrianza, and then I think Dusty would take him out after that. Yimi has already done 24 pitches so far. As Maldi has come out to have a chat with him on the mound. Not a bad idea. Maldi giving him his tips. Love to see that by Maldi. Let's see if Yimi can get through this hitter as well. Still 1-0 Atlanta. Series tied 1-1 in the World Series between the Astros and the Braves. Astros haven't got a hit on the board yet, but have walked a good 5 times. As here's Ehire Adrianza, pinch hitter, hit almost 250 during the regular season, 1 for 8 in the postseason, as he fouls that slider off, and it's 0-1. That was actually a curveball. This curveball is pretty fast at 84 by Yimi Garcia. Gotta get his breaking stuff into the zone if you're Yimi here. Adrianza's not somebody you want to give chances to. Misses on that curveball outside. 1-1 now to Adrianza. You want to get 2 outs here. Don't want to give Rosario any chance as well at that top of the order of Atlanta. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Yimi has a good sinker, good slider, uses that curve occasionally, and Adrianza fouls that right behind, and it's 1-2 now. Let's see if Yimi can put him away here. On that high fastball, he fouled it. 95 from Garcia. Yimi has a quick release delivery, which catches the hitters off guard sometimes. Which is why that fastball can be pretty effective. Power pitcher, Yimi. Here's the 1-2. Adrianza grounds out. Here's Altuve at second. Throws to Gurriel, and that will be the second out of the inning. 4-3 to Gurriel. It was a grounder straight to Altuve, and it's 2 away in the bottom of the 6th for Yimi, 28 pitches. And just like I said, here comes Dusty. And Dusty's going to bring in Brooks Raley, the left-hander, to face Eddie Rosario as the top of the order starts off for the Braves. Here comes Dusty, takes the ball away, pats Yimi. And here comes Brooks Raley to face Eddie Rosario in the bottom of the 6th. 2 away, 1-0 Atlanta. Something that the Astros would not want is that there's still a no-hitter going on in this game for the Braves. Haven't allowed any hits to the Astros through 6. Astros would like to change that. In the top of the 7th, you have Correa, Tucker, and Gurriel starting that inning, the heart of the order for Houston. Now, Brooks really has been pretty good so far, especially in this postseason. Was one of the weaker links in the bullpen for the Astros during the regular season, but has been pretty effective. Loves that curveball and that slider. Uses a lot of off-speed pitches, does Brooks really. The Braves have 5 hits tonight, scored a run, have left a few guys on base, to say the least, for Atlanta. For Rosario, he's 1 for 2 today. He struck out swinging in the first, walked in the third, and singled to left in the 4th inning. So we're back in rainy Atlanta. Brooks Raley coming onto the mound immediately pitches that one to Rosario, and that's outside at 81, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Misses on that curveball again, and it's quickly 2-0 on Rosario. Actually, a slider. Like I said, Raley loves to go to those off-speed breaking balls, those sliders and curves. Rain may have picked up a bit, but you want to see Raley get this final out of the 6th to give a chance to Correa, Tucker, and Gurriel. Here's the 2-0, and he fouls that one off, and it's 2-1. This is a big out. The Astros are in the shift towards the right side. Altuve, Correa on the left. Bregman, the loner, on the right side. Bregman has moved up into the infield. Here's the 2-1. Not even a contested pitch there on that slider. And it's 3-1 now to Rosario with Freeman on deck and Albies in the hole. Three and one, you don't want to walk Rosario. That's going to be causing a lot of problems if you are the Astros. Here's the 3-1. And it is a call to strike. Rosario wasn't even looking to swing at that one. Just walked away from it. And it's now full count on Rosario with 2 away. Nobody aboard. And here's a 3-2. And Rosario pops that one out straight into center. Tucker running. And he makes the catch in center. What a play by Kyle Tucker. He runs straight down like a bullet and picks it up from the ground. What a play by King Tuck. In center field, shows off his prowess with the glove. What a play. Flashing that letter by Kyle Tucker. And the Astros are out of 6 innings. What a great play. Kyle Tucker shows that he belongs in center field. Amazing job there by Tuck to prevent a hit by Rosario. 1-0 Atlanta as we head to the top of the 7th. Correa, Tucker, and Gurriel due up. That's why I said I was fine with Tucker playing center field. 2 at-bats for Correa today. He's 0 for 1 as he got hit by a pitch in that 4th inning, and he flied out to right end during the 2nd inning. I mean, Carlos has not done much. Correa hasn't done anything significant since Game 4 of the ALCS, where he had that a leadoff double to start the 9th inning against Nathan Eovaldi, if you remember that. Besides that, he hasn't done much for some time. I wonder when it's going to be Correa's time. I've just been waiting for that time for a really long time now. As we're back in Atlanta at Truist Field, the battery behind Truist Park is definitely packed. And still 1-0 Atlanta. RBI double by Austin Riley, the only run scored. And Carlos Correa gonna start the 7th inning for the Astros. Correa 0 for 1 today, like I said, as he faces Luke Jackson, the pitcher for the Braves. 6 2/3 so far during the postseason for Jackson. Pitched in the World Series in Game 1, 1 2/3. Here's the 0-1 to Correa. Way upstairs, up to Correa's face height, and it's 1-1. Luke Jackson definitely seems to have a really strong fastball here. Correa hitting .267 this postseason as a homer and 6 RBIs. Like I said, hasn't done much since Game 4 of the ALCS. As Correa calls time there to reload. And here's the 1-1 to Carlos. Correa swings at that fastball up and in and fouls it away behind, and it's 1-2. Again, the Braves haven't allowed a hit yet. The last team to do that through 6 innings was the Mets in 1969. Game 2 against Baltimore. Wow, it's been some time since that happened. Here's the 1-2. Nice take there by Carlos on that breaking ball, and it's 2-2. That was a hard dipping slider there by Luke Jackson. Here's the 2-2. Correa, and he's unable to get the base hit. Albies at second and puts it to Freeman for the first out of the inning. Correa at least got contact on that one, but was unable to hit it hard enough to get a hit. Luke Jackson has been one of the better relievers for the Braves in that bullpen, 1.98 ERA. As you go back to that amazing play by Tucker to end the bottom of the 6th inning, ran at about 29.2 feet per second, covered almost 90 feet, which was really, really impressive. Going back to Luke Jackson, last pitch in Game 1, 1.2 innings pitch, only gave a hit, 3 strikeouts. Pitched quite a bit against against the Dodgers, as he misses that pitch down, and it's 1-0 now to Kyle Tucker, who comes in. He's 0 for 2 today. Tucker had a ground out. Tucker grounded out and fouled out so far in his 2 plate appearances. As he faces Luke Jackson, here's the 1-0. Tucker, big swing and a miss there on that slider, again down in the dirt. And it's now 1-1 on Tuck. The Astros still need a hit. I don't know when they're ever going to get it. This is where you have to do it in the last 3 innings. Come on. As here's the 1-1. Tucker takes that fastball up and away high, and it's 2-1. We're still waiting for that first hit. Here's the 2-1. Tucker shoots one into center straight to Duvall, and he puts it away for the second out of the inning. Went straight to Duvall, carried to him. And it's 2 away now. Jackson only has done 9 pitches so far. And that's going to bring up batting champion Yuli Gurriel. Yuli has been one of the hotter hitters for the Astros recently in the postseason, but is over 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. Hitting .327 this postseason. And Gurriel fouls that pitch in the dirt, 0-1. Jackson loves that pitch down. Those curveballs and sliders are really low in the strike zone. As the bullpen is still warming up, you have Matzik warming up, the lefty for the Braves in the bullpen. As here's the 0-1. And Gurriel sends it down the left field line, and it is a grounder to Riley, who throws it to first, and that'll do it for the top of the 7th inning. Kind of a bad throw from Riley. Must have slipped out from his hand as he grabbed it right down that left field line. It was a bit of a low throw. Skipped across the green out infield, and Freeman scoops it up for the 3rd out of the 7th inning, and that'll do it. Stretch time here in Atlanta. Braves lead 1-0 over the Astros. Man, guys, we can't get shut out now. Come on. Wonder who's going to be pitching the bottom of the 7th inning for the Astros. Is it going to be Brooks Raley? We just needed to get 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Part of the lineup coming up for Atlanta: Freeman, Albies, and Austin Riley. Very dangerous and big inning coming up if you're the Astros. Seven hits for Atlanta. have left some runners on base. As they're here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Freddie Freeman gonna lead off for the Braves, followed by Albies and Riley, as Brooks Raley gonna continue here. Picked up where he left off in the bottom of the 6th. Only threw 6 pitches as he starts off with Freddie Freeman. Freeman 1 for 3 today, had a single in that 3rd inning towards left. And here's 1-0 from Raley. And Freeman grounds it to Correa. Correa runs over and puts it away for the first out to Gurriel. 6-3, and it's 1 away. And here comes fellow second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Steps in here against Brooks Raley. Albies, if you don't know, another smaller second baseman, only about 5'8", Jose Altuve. Jose is 5'6". And you see both of these guys just doing such great things. It's great to see. As Albies takes a big swing and a miss there on that curveball, and it's 0-1. Albies over 2 today, had a walk in the 1st inning. As the Astros are in the shift towards the left side, Altuve, Correa, and Bregman hard on that left side. As Albies sends it straight to Correa, who makes a great play on that line out. Nice catch by Correa in the infield, and it's quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs on 3 pitches for Brooks Raley so far. The shift worked well that time. And that's going to bring up cleanup hitter Austin Riley. Riley has the only RBI tonight, an RBI double. That was a great play by Correa, though, we got to say that. And Raley's done. And here comes Ryan Stanek for the Astros out of the bullpen with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 Atlanta. So Brooks Raley is done. Only threw about 10 pitches, but going to be a different pitcher here for Austin Riley. Dusty must have had this planned out for Austin Riley, as he's probably their most dangerous hitter right now, besides d'Arnaud, who's been on fire. So it's just really strange to see the Astros not get a hit so far. It's just not something that you see from this offense. Let's see what the hard-throwing Ryan Stanek can do here for the Astros. Trying to get the final out of the 7th inning. Stanek, mostly fastball slider combo for him. There's about 98. Pretty hard throwing. Stanek was picked up from the Rays during free agency last year. And here is Austin Riley. The play of the game, obviously, was that RBI double in the hard into left field, which was a fair ball down the left field line. And Riley did it again for the Braves. And here is Stanek. Riley, big swing and a miss there on that high fastball at 98. It's 0-1. Stanek, 7 2/3 during the postseason. 2.35 ERA. Allows a 160 opponent average. And misses just outside on that high fastball, 98 again. 30-year-old righty. Let's see what he can do here for the Astros. Here's the 1-1. Again, that time it gets called a strike after that is a delayed called strike on up and away on the outside corner, and it's 1-2 now on Riley. Took some time by the home umpire to call that a strike as Riley comes up and talks to him. Obviously, that was kind of a late call there by home plate ump, as it's 1-2 now on Riley. Here's Stanek. Swing and a miss! Got him on that slider down and away, and the inning is over. 7 innings are over here in Atlanta. It's 1-0 Braves over the Astros. Astros coming up. Maldonado, pinch hitter, and Jose Altuve coming up in the top of the 8th inning for Houston as they trail by 1. Still haven't registered a hit throughout this game. Braves trying to close out a no-hitter. As Game 3 of the World Series, tied 1 apiece. Got a very close and low-scoring one here tonight. It seems to be Tyler Matzik is going to be the pitcher for the Braves. 2.31 ERA this postseason. The Braves definitely do have a lot of really good bullpen pitchers, but as you know, there are going to be 2 more games Saturday and Sunday, and the Braves don't have starting pitchers announced for both games. Same thing for the Astros, but with Charlie Morton out for the remainder of the World Series with that broken foot, the Braves are in some trouble for a possible Game 5, as they could do Max Fried on short rest, but that's something that you wouldn't want to do. But Brian Snitker doesn't matter. He's pitching for tonight. Obviously, that's what you want to do, but you don't want to burn out your bullpen too much, considering Ian Anderson pitched so great today. Kind of an early leash for Anderson. Tyler Matzik has a 2.57 ERA this season, the lefty. 31 years old, from California. Last pitched in Game 1 on Tuesday. A lot of the bullpen pitchers were used for the Braves in that Game 1. 1.1 innings pitched. Gave up 3 hits and an earned run. Struck out 2 in that appearance. Also pitched in Game 6 against the Dodgers. 2 innings, 4 strikeouts, no runs. And here he is to start the top of the 8th inning now. It's still 1-0 Atlanta. And here is pinch hitter Ledmus Diaz. Pinch hitter Ledmus Diaz coming into the ballgame for Houston. He's coming in to pinch hit for Martin Maldonado. Jason Castro will look to get the catching now for Houston, as Maldi's gonna be taken out for the rest of the ballgame, as you definitely need some hitting here if you're Houston. And Ledmus Diaz, really good bench player for Houston, can play so many different positions, comes in here in the top of the 8th inning to start it for Houston against Tyler Matzik. Ledman's last played in game 1 came in at around a similar time, pinch hitting. Here's the 1-1. Diaz takes a fastball inside, 2-1. Pretty cold night in Atlanta. You can see the breath coming out of the pitcher, 50 degrees. Add some rain. And here's the 2-1. And Diaz sends one into left field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit by Rosario. Rosario misjudges it, and Aledmus Diaz breaks the no-hitter against the Braves. How about that? No-hitter done and dusted by Atlanta. Aledmus Diaz breaks it with a base hit in a left, ploops in against between Rosario and Swanson, as nobody made the call clear and Rosario couldn't make the catch. And Diaz gets the first hit for Houston tonight. Gets on base. Is a base runner here for Houston. And the tying run at first. Let's see if Houston can take advantage here late. It's going to be, who's the hitter going to be for Houston now, actually? I don't know, I'm kind of confused. It's going to be Jason Castro now. Who's going to come in at the number 9 spot? Obviously, Jason Castro, the big hero in the LCS, had that huge RBI single to give the Astros the lead. As there's a wild pitch there, and d'Arnaud gobbles that up. Ledman is unable to advance to second base, stays at first. But it's 1-0 now to Jason Castro. If you remember, Jason Castro had that huge RBI, that RBI single against Boston in the 9th inning. In Game 4, Houston was down 2-1 in the LCS at that point. Took a great pitch by Evaldi and then hit the next one in a right center for a base hit, and that completely changed everything for Houston after that. As Castro's on here, 1-0, and Jose Siri looks to be coming in. He's going to be a pinch running here for Aledmus Diaz now, as you want to get some speed on that bases. Jose Siri has a lot of speed, something you want to see. It's a big outfield here, and if it's a good base hit, Siri could come all the way around. He's pretty electric when he runs. Candidate for stolen bases, as d'Arnaud has struggled with getting out runners who steal, and that's something Jose Siri can definitely do to try to get himself in scoring position here for Houston. Jason Castro still 1-0 now on Tyler Matzik. 5 pitches for Matzik so far. Everybody on the Astros dugout coming up to the sideline there to watch now. Suddenly have awoken here, and it's 1-0 to Jason Castro. Matzik going to check on Siri there at first. I love those gold chains by Siri. Where's that 100 gold chain? I love it. Castro still waiting for the 1-0. Siri takes a pretty sizable lead there at first. And that's upstairs, almost hit Castro. Fastball high, and it's 2-0. Another huge at-bat for Jason Castro here, as Jose Altuve is on deck for Houston. As here's the 2-0. Matzik takes a good look at Siri, and swing and miss there on that fastball inside. 2-1 now to Castro. So you're just trying to size up Matzik here, see if he could run possibly. I don't know if he would. But 2-1, big swing and a miss there on that fastball again, and it's not 2-2 on Castro. Good comeback here by Matzik, powering those 97 fastballs straight in. No, the Braves couldn't complete the no-hitter. Ledmus Diaz had a base hit in a left field, which ended the no-hitter. As here's the 2-2 now to Castro. Castro swing and a miss on that fastball. 3 straight fastballs from Tyler Matzik at 98, and that's the first out of the 8th inning. Siri still at first base. 3 big swings and misses as Jose Altuve, leadoff hitter for Houston, coming up here. With 1 away, Siri on first base for Houston. Castro can only shake his head. Jose 0 for 2 today, had a walk in that first inning but struck out otherwise 2 times. As Altuve tries to swing on that first pitch slider, and he can't, he fouls it away, and it's 0-1. As Jose in another big moment, 0-1 now on Matzik. And Altuve pops one up straight into left into the foul territory, and Riley puts it away, and that's 2 outs now. Altuve pops one out, and the Astros are 1 out away from ending this 8th inning. Batting-wise, Matzik has been pitching really good as Michael Brantley comes in here. 0 for 3 today, grounded into a double play, struck out and grounded out again. 0 for 3, a bad night for Brantley, rare one to see from him. Couple of multi-hit games in games 1 and game 2. But even with the Astros breaking the no-hitter, still Siri at first, I'd honestly think of stealing here. Because haven't been able to hit much. Siri, if he could steal, would maybe... Yeah, Siri goes here. Siri is gonna be safe. It's a wild throw by d'Arnaud. Here comes Siri. He's gonna go to third, and Siri stops at third base with 2 outs. Siri was looking to run all the way home. He possibly could have, as d'Arnaud's throw was wild, and all these couldn't come up with it at second base. Or was that Swanson? Swanson couldn't handle it at second. Siri runs to third. As Siri probably wouldn't have been safe if that throw wasn't missed by Swanson, but now Siri's at third base. But already 2 outs here, man. I don't know if Siri could have rounded home. That would have ended the inning. Want to give Brantley a chance, right? Brantley, big swing and a miss. 99 on that fastball by Matzik. And it's 1-1. Brantley this season with runners in scoring position now. Would Siri try and steal home? I just don't know. I just don't know, man. 1-1 on Brantley. You want to give Brantley a chance, but you have the runner on third all the way now. You have to take advantage. As Brantley fouls that 99 fastball away, and it's now 1-2. Crowd getting loud in Truist Field, Truist Park. This is a big moment for Atlanta with Siri on third base, the tying runner. And Brantley 1-2. And here's the pitch from Matzik. Brantley pops it up into left, and Riley waves everybody away, and he puts it away for the out. What a devastating inning for Houston, as they're unable to take advantage of getting their first base hit. And Houston strands Jose Siri at third base. And that'll end the top of the 8th inning. 1-0 Atlanta as you head to the bottom of the 8th. Unbelievable. The Astros haven't even scored a run yet. It's just really surprising. You'd think we would have scored a run by now, man. I mean, that's just so disappointing. One who's going to be pitching for Houston is probably going to be Ryan Stanek, who's going to do this 8th inning for Houston. But that was a big chance missed. Yeah, I hope so, man. This is kind of looking like it's going to be a loss here, you know. Although we do have Bregman, Alvarez, and Correa coming up. If there's any time for a clutch hit, it's now. I know it's a long series, you know, with the Braves going to the bullpen again. It might pose some problems tomorrow and a possible end for Game 5. So we'll see if we can bounce back, man. But let's see if we could possibly come back here. There still is a chance. Got to get through this bottom of the 8th inning here. With I think Stanek, who will be pitching this inning. So we'll see. As Jorge Soler is going to come up, he's leading off the inning for the Braves. Kendall Graveman is going to be coming in for Houston to preserve this 1-0 lead for Bregman, Alvarez, and Correa. As Soler is going to start out off with Duvall and d'Arnaud due up for the Braves. You know, if you told me the Braves are only going to score 1 run, I definitely place a lot of money on Houston. But, man, we only got in 1 hit and haven't scored. Just kind of tight. But, you know, I would have thought I probably would have sent Siri home. I don't know. I think that got sent deep enough. But, you know, Duvall in center probably would have gotten Siri out. But he wanted them to make that play, considering we just haven't gotten hits, you know. He could have gotten Siri home. He has to deliver the throw in time and all that stuff. But here we are, 1-0 Atlanta. Braves on top 1-0. Jorge Soler leading off this inning as he takes a fastball inside. 1-0. Jason Castro, the new catcher for the Astros, as he was put in as Diaz pinch hit from Maldonado, whose day is over now. Kendall Graveman comes in, the setup man for Houston generally. Let's see what Castro gives Graveman here. Here's the 1-0. And Soler shoots it to Correa. Correa makes the play. The throw's weak. Doesn't matter. Gets the out at Soler. What a great throw by Correa. Another great defensive play by Carlos. Picks it up in the 6-3, and he's out. Correa picked it up, ground from his knees, turned around, threw it all the way across the diamond to Correa, to Gurriel, and Gurriel scoops it down. And that's 1 away. Nice play by Carlos. As here comes center fielder Adam Duvall. Duvall 1 for 3 today. And that's a sinker there for a strike at 97, down 0-1 on Duvall. Again, the Braves made so many trades at the trade deadline to really bolster up that offensive fielding unit. The outfielding unit got really strong. They traded for Duvall, Rosario, as Duvall fouls that off, and now it's quickly 0-2 now on Duvall. They traded for Duvall and Rosario and Soler. They got all the best outfielders, and that's the outfield right now. For the Braves, they also traded for Jock Peterson, So they made a lot of moves to try and bolster that outfield with Ozuna. He's suspended, and Acuna Jr. was lost for the season with that ACL. And really, that's a big reason why the Braves are in the World Series right now, because of those moves that have really helped them offensively. As here's the 0-2 to Duvall from Graveman. Let's see if he can put him in the grave here. Swing and a miss. Yes, he does on that fastball up and in. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th for Graveman through 5 pitches. As Will Smith, the closer for the Braves, warming up in that bullpen, he's going to get the top of the 9th inning as majority of the people are standing in Truist Park as Travis d'Arnaud steps in, the catcher for Atlanta, 1 for 3 today at a double. And d'Arnaud sends one high, sends one deep in the center, and it is gone! d'Arnaud goes deep! Straight away to center field, and it's 2-0 Braves. On top of Houston, a clutch hit from d'Arnaud. And that one hurts if you're the Astros. So that's a solo shot straight to center, a monster. And d'Arnaud finally hits a homer at home. And it's 2-0 Atlanta. A crushing blow there, as that could be the icing on top of the cake there for the Braves with the 2-0 lead with closer Will Smith. Crowd goes wild in Truist Field. Man, they're loud. And it's 2-0 Atlanta. As Swanson steps in now, takes a slider there, 0-1. Oh, 1 to Swanson, takes that pitch outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, man, that was a great hit by d'Arnaud. He's been on fire. d'Arnaud, offensively, he's been hitting, man. He's been hitting. And Graveman just couldn't get a good pitch there. That was right down the middle for d'Arnaud to hit. And boy, did he hit it down the middle. Swanson fouls that slider off, and it's 1-2 now. But that's really got to hurt for Houston. 1-0 is still possible, but 2 in the final inning is kind of tough. And the crowd is doing the chop in Truist Park right now. 2-0 Braves. Swanson down 1-2. And he misses that slider again. 2-2. That was an absolute moonblast, almost 440 feet by d'Arnaud. That was a really big hit. I mean, that was smoked. Absolutely launched into center. Strike him out, Swanson. And that'll end the 8th inning for Houston. But damage was really severely done by the Braves as they hit a solo home run straightaway center. Catcher d'Arnaud does it. And it's 2-0 Braves as they have 3 more outs to take a 2-1 lead in this World Series. But due up for the Astros, heart of the order. Alex Bregman, Yordan Alvarez, and Carlos Correa coming up to face the closer for the Braves, Will Smith. Well, this is it for Houston. They're down to their final 3 outs of the game, down 2-0. It's not looking too good for them. As here we go, top of the 9th inning for the Astros. Last chance for them to tie this ball game, as Will Smith, the closer, hasn't allowed an earned run yet this postseason. For the Braves, puts in that pitch, and it's 0-1 now on Alex Bregman, who comes in, hasn't done much. Didn't do much so far in this World Series. 0-1 today. Walk and a hit by pitch. Here's the 0-1 to Bregman. Takes that pitch, 1-1. Two pitches, a slider. 1-1. Rodon Alvarez on deck. Correa in the hole for Houston. Here's the 1-1. 2-1 now to Bregman outside. Ball 2. Fastball 91. And 3-1 now to Bregman. Misses that pitch. Down and in, excuse me. Another slider there. And here's the 3-1. And Bregman grounds one that wide open into the shift. That's a base hit for Houston. In a right field, Bregman gets on base. Base runner here for Houston as tying run comes on plate in the form of big man Rodon Alvarez. Let's see if Rodon can do something here. But Bregman shoots it into the shift there and right and gets a base hit. Wide open gap there. Let's see if Alvarez can take a couple of big swings here, possibly. Let's see if the big man has something for us here. Alvarez, ALCS MVP. And Alvarez pops one up straight into left for Riley, who puts it away. One away here in the 9th inning for the Braves. 2 outs to go. Alvarez swings on that first pitch, unable to connect on that. Probably wouldn't have swung at the first pitch here, considering it's the top of the 9th inning. Would have taken a couple of pitches to see if he can pitch in the zone or not. And now here's Correa. And here's Carlos. Big moment here for Correa. Let's see if he can do anything here. This is a huge moment for Correa. Let's see if he can do something here for Houston. And Correa fouls that pitch off on his leg, and it's 0-1 on Carlos. Braves in the shift towards the left side. Albie, Swanson, and Riley on that left side. Freeman, the loner, on the left, on the right. Excuse me. The Braves are in the shift towards the left. As here's the 0-1. Correa takes that slider in 1-1. Only one homer from Carlos so far. 6 RBIs for him in the postseason. Here's the 1-1. Correa takes that slider down again, 2-1. Still raining here in Truist Park. Closer will sit Mason Correa. And Correa sends a fly ball in the right, and it's put away, and now 2 away. In the top of the ninth, Correa unable to get anything done there, just sends a fly ball in the right. And that was about it. Put away by Duval, and it's 2 away, 1 out to go for the Braves. And here comes center fielder Kyle Tucker for Houston. Tucker, 0 for 3, foul out, ground out, and a line out. But hitting .280 this postseason, hit 4 homers, has 15 RBIs. This is the last out for Houston here in this game. Crowd all standing up here in Truist Park. They know. They've been waiting for this for a long time. Tucker, big swing and miss on that slider down and away, and it's 0-1. Astros only have 2 hits so far, surprisingly, in this entire game, which really is surprising. But Tucker's here 0-1 on Kyle. And that is a wild pitch. Bregman's gonna actually stays put at first base. If that was arguably any other runner, he would have gone to second. But Bregman, still is not the fastest, especially with all those injuries. Just took one to the foot earlier this evening. But Braves haven't allowed a run, only given up 2 hits so far. Is Tucker now 1-1? Takes that slider away, 2-1. Last time the Braves were in the World Series was 1999. As Tucker pops one into right center for center fielder, and he puts it away for the final out of the ball game. Atlanta wins 2-0 over the Astros. Braves win 2-0, win their first World Series home game in 22 years, as Atlanta takes a 2-1 series lead in the World Series and are now 2 wins away from winning the championship. Houston takes a tough loss here, 2-0. Didn't score a run, only got 2 hits on the board. Great win if you're the Braves here at home. On a rainy night in Atlanta, they get the win on a full house, and they lead the series 2-1. Ian Anderson gets a second win, 2-0 now. In the postseason, Will Smith gets another save. Luis Garcia, losing pitcher for Houston, a tough road loss here for the Astros. But even though they're down 2-1, gotta say, there are going to be 2 more bullpen games for the Braves at home. And the Astros, even though they're down 2-1, would feel confident about that. But they've got work to do. That Braves bullpen really is getting after them. Have not been able to hit them at all as they're down 2-1 in the series. Braves only got 2 runs and got 6 hits, but that was it because of the amazing pitching of Atlanta. Hopefully, as the Astros face the Braves more, they may be able to see the pitches better. But tonight wasn't a good night offensively for the Astros. They did okay pitching-wise, only giving up 2 runs, but just couldn't get it done offensively, and that's going to end it here tonight for the Astros. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in the next live stream, guys. Have a good night.